The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What? 40's a mic. 40's a mic. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Now Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Right. 58, come on. You remember me.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Get that ball.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Flush to his right. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. You know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 22.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
40's the mic. 40's the mic.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. Put a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They go play action now. Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Fair, fair. Bang, 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 bang. Spot that.
To try again after the sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
First target, first catch at a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Switch the team. Switch the mic right here. We'll go mic 40, mic 40.
Now Wilson on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made by Austin Calitro. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Forced out, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Three down. There. Check. 14, find it. You guys, listen.
Now Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Jackson throwing on 4th down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Watch the pass.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson to throw. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. Six, right there, 56. It's going to be a long day, bro. It's going to be a long day. 36. 56 to Mike. Hey, 56 to Mike.
Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
Silver. Tighten up. 56.
Jackson on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K.J. Wright picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson, flush to his right. He finds Roberts, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Edwards now on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Switch.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Wilson. Now he steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish.